Welcome to release question 213 for CAHSEE Math. It says this, that Ricardo runs 10 miles each Saturday. Good work, Ricardo. That's a lot of miles. If he doubles his usual speed, however, he can run the 10 miles in 1 hour less than his usual time. That's a lot faster. Okay, let's see what we got here. What is his usual speed? So what I'm thinking here is to think of two equations, one at normal speed, and then one if we double his speed. So this will be the double speed equation. So normally speed equals distance over time. So speed, which we don't know yet, we don't know his usual speed, equals the distance we do know is 10, and the time, the usual time, I'm not sure, so we're going to call it t. But if we double his speed, so in other words 2 times s, 2s, we're still running the same amount of mileage, 10, but we're taking that and dividing it by the time now would be 1 hour less than his usual time. His usual time is t, so 1 hour less than that would be t minus 1. And so that becomes now speed equals distance over time at double speed. From here, I think what the easiest way to do, or the easiest way to do this problem is to take your s equals 10 over t, and let's plug that in for s right here. What is this using? This goes back, harkens back to number 206 that we did a little earlier here. That was the substitution method. So we're going to use the substitution method here. That's what I'm seeing right now is the easiest way to do this, especially if you didn't have these answer choices. We would have to fall back on this. So substitution method, we're going to plug that in for s. So s equals 10 over t. I'm going to replace this with 10 over t then. And we still have t minus 1. I could make that a fraction, and let's do that right now. I could make 2 a fraction by putting 2 over 1, and then I just multiply straight across. So I'd have 20 over t equals 10 over t minus 1. From there, let's cross multiply. We've got 10 times t on one side, and we've got 20 times t minus 1 on the other side. If we distribute the 20, I have 10t equals 20t minus 20. And then it looks like if I subtracted 10t, that would be one way to do this. Subtract 10t from both sides. That would get rid of that here and here. And if I added 20 to both sides, that would get the t's on one side and the regular numbers on the other side. I'd have that 20 equals, that's from here, 20 equals 20 minus 10 would be 10t right there. If I divide both sides by 10, that gives me my normal time. My normal time would be 2 hours. But I'm looking for my normal speed. So I'm going to take that value, and I'm going to take this value here, and I'm going to kind of merge them together. So I've got my total time, it's 2 hours. The normal time, at least, is 2 hours, the t. So the normal time here would be 1 hour. And so if I plug that in to find the usual speed, the plain old s and not the 2s, I would have s would equal 10, it's a bad equal sign right there, 10 over 2. And so 10 over 2, that would be 5. So you'd have 5 as your speed. This would be 5 miles per hour since we are talking about miles here and hours here. The speed is 5 miles per hour. I am glad that they weren't saying he was running 2 miles an hour. That is definitely a walking pace. So is 3 miles an hour, a little faster walking pace. 4 miles an hour is speed walking. So I'm glad they made that a more legitimate question by saying 5 miles an hour. But all that said, speed here is 5 miles an hour. Choice D should be your correct choice. If we plug the numbers back in, this should work out in both equations. Let's just do that really quick mentally. So does 5 equal 10 over 2? Yes. Does 2 times 5, which would be 10, the double speed would be 10 miles an hour, does that equal 10 over 2 minus 1? Does 10 equal 10 over 2 minus 1 is 1? So 10 over 1 is 10. 10 equals 10. That checks out as well. So it checks out in both equations. 213, choice D is the correct choice.